Hello. They're cleaning my bathroom. Can you hear my toilet flushing? So funny. Say hi to me as you're hopping on. Hey Talisa. Hey Beth. Hey Ashley. Anyone that's watching over on the watch party, feel free to come join us on the, hey Lisa, feel free to come join us over on the business page for the full conversation. So it's Thursday morning in Bali, and Thursday is my rest and rejuvenation day. So this is where you will find me all day long. I'm feeling quite tired today, actually. I had a long day yesterday, and I've been battling this headache, which I still have, but it's low grade this morning, thank goodness. Yeah, so I'm going to be relaxing today. I have a welcome call in my program, Ouroboros, which starts today. I'm so excited. Round 3 of Ouroboros. Round 3. Wow. And you know, one of the things that I love so much is when all the alumni start joining the next round. So over the last 24 hours, I've had so many of the alumni from round 1 and round 2 joining round 3. And I feel like that's a real testament to the program, right? Like if the alumni are coming back because they want to go deeper, because they got so much the first time that they're willing to reinvest a second or a third time and come back, like to me, that tells me that the program is tits, right? So I'm super excited to have all the alumni coming back. And yeah, we're starting and doing the damn thing today. Doors are not closed yet. Doors are actually open until the 29th. So you still have time to stop making excuses and do the damn thing and join Ouroboros. But we do have the welcome call today. So at 12 p.m. it's going down. So if you don't want to miss the live call and all the goodness, then you need to pull the trigger now and do the damn thing now. So that's kind of what I've got going on today. I am in the middle of this really amazing course by the founder of Human Design on money and wealth. And how the gates and the centers correspond with money and wealth. So most likely I'm gonna sit right here in this bed. I'm probably gonna lay in this bed and geek out on and listen to human design stuff the whole day until I have to go to a birthday party at 7 o'clock tonight. So if you wanna find me, this is where I'll be. Doing a call at 12, this live stream, and then rest and rejuvenation all the live long day. Okay, so, well, Ashley, the time is now to make the decision. The time is now. The time is now. So I was having a really interesting convo with Phoebe Kuhn last night over WhatsApp chat. and we are talking about and discussing a little collaboration, which I'm excited about. Phoebe and I are both projectors. She has an awesome program called the Content Emporium, and we just have like very, very different strengths. Hey, cousin. We have very, very different strengths, but we've been talking about doing a collaboration, and we were talking about programming and limitations. And, you know, I'm all about, like, this year for me is all about exploring human potential. I've got my program that I'm doing with Michelle, Immortal and Becoming Immortal, and so we'll be launching that soon. So I'm super excited about that. We're putting the finishing touches on that program now. But I'm all about human potential. Like, I'm all about really exploring how far we can take self-mastery, right? Mastery of, and when I say self-mastery, like for me, what I'm really, really interested in is, in this lifetime, achieving the highest level of humanity and self-mastery of my physical vessel, my being, like literally becoming supernatural, and the highest level of potential of recognizing in this lifetime my divinity. So that's, I think, my mission in life, my personal mission for myself is how far can I take those two things? And, you know, I believe that the crutch that we all lean upon are our limitations. And that we, you know, it's a real fucked up situation, because we are programmed and conditioned from the time we take our first breath on this planet to limit ourselves and to accept limitations that are placed upon us by others. And so on one hand, it's all we've known. And on the other hand, we go on and we live our lives and we experience life. And along the way, it's continually shown to us that we are placing the limitations upon ourselves. Because no matter how much the global elite try to control us, no matter how much the programming is reinforced in our lives, it's never going to be more powerful than our divine birthright. And our divine birthright is to be wealthy in all areas of our lives. We are here on this planet to create and experience heaven on earth. And so no matter what is done to oppress us, no matter what is done to keep us playing small, no matter what is done to keep us in our place, the divine and the divine inside of you, your own divinity, it will always prevail. And because of that, you are going to continually be shown throughout your life, and you're going to continually have experiences where the divine intervenes and shows you that there are no limitations, or shows you that the only limitations that you have are those that you've placed upon yourself, or shows you that you have the ability to achieve supernatural feats, that you have the ability to walk with the divine on this planet. And that is where I really get the shits. That's where I get really pissed off, is I know every single one of you that's watching this live stream has had situations where you have been shown the power of your own divinity, where you have been shown that limitations only exist inside your head. And yet, every day you wake up and continue to allow those limitations to control your life. And so I was thinking about it last night, and then I was getting upset about it last night, and then I was like, how do I get through to them last night? And then I proceeded to have the shittiest night of sleep ever, because I was receiving some kind of downloads about human design, some of which I understand. I woke up in the middle of the night and went and wrote a whole bunch of notes on my desk. I have no idea what they say. I don't remember. I need to look at those in a little bit. I had all these downloads about the clients in my mastermind because so many of them are 2-4 generators. And so I got a bunch of downloads about them that I need to like create an audio training and share with them today. And then I got a whole bunch of downloads about 4th line gates in human design. And like literally multiple times I would wake up out of these like weird fitted dreams and I would be like, okay, can I just sleep though? I just need to rest. Like, I'm so tired. Can I just rest? And like, can you give me the information in a way that's not making me restless and like having these fitful sleeps? But that wasn't the case. Like it literally continued the whole night. So the whole night I was getting these downloads, and obviously I asked for it, right? So I asked for the information. I asked to be shown, like, what can I do? How can I help? How can I serve? And that's what right before I went to bed, I'm like back in this practice of every morning, how can I serve? And every night, yeah, well, that's what I was talking to you about, Alicia. It's really interesting, that 2-4 thing. Like, majority of my clients are 2-4 and my husband is a 2-4. So we need to talk about that. I get 1-3 generators and 2-4 generators. Like that, those two line types are the ones that seem to be drawn to me the most. Now that I'm doing this course, Ra's course, I'm starting to understand the 3 line, why they're drawn to me. And it's the wealth activation. Because the 3 is the material, right? The material plane. Anyway, we should talk more about that offline. But, yeah, I'm like literally like, if you're a 2-4 generator, I am literally your ideal coach. Like 2-4 generators do so well with me. They thrive working one-on-one with me. So if you're out there and you're listening and you're looking for a coach and you're a 2-4 generator, I'm your gal. You want to crush your financial goals. You want to 10x your business. Yeah, like come join me. Yeah, I have a 2-4 projector husband and all these 2-4 generator clients, and not man gens, like straight generators. Like straight generators are drawn to me like crazy because I'm a projector. It's like hand in glove. Anyway, so obviously I asked, so I'm back in this conversation, this daily, like more of a ritual of conversing with God in the morning and the evenings. And the conversation literally exists of, how can I serve? How can I serve? How can I serve? You're a 5-1 projector, right, Talisa? Very interesting. With no authority. You're a 5-1 projector with no authority. See, how do I remember this? I remember that because I'm a 5-1 projector. But the no authority thing I thought was fascinating. The Manny and the man gen thinks it doesn't need help. That's true, you damn manifestors. Oh, you just work my nerves. I love you. I love you all. I'm glad that you're here to like trailblaze and pioneer and not listen to anybody's rules and get under everybody's skin because you won't follow any instructions or directions. You're like IKEA furniture's worst nightmare because you won't follow the instructions. I have no idea where that came from. Anywho, back to the conversation at hand. So I've been in this place of like, how can I serve? How can I serve? How can I serve? Amazing. I'm so glad you did that, Alicia. Alicia is amazing, by the way. If anybody wants to know about their human design things, my cousin Alicia is amazing. And I'm not saying that just because she's my cousin. She's literally helped me so much be able to live my design. So hit her up. She's got some awesome offers out. I just saw her posting about them today. So she is the one. She's the one that you want to talk to. So, you know, this whole dialogue with God as of late, it's been, how can I serve? How can I serve? Last night I went to bed. Be careful what you ask for, right? I go to bed and I'm like, how can I serve? How can I serve? How can I help people see that these limitations that they're creating for themselves are the things that are preventing them from, you know, achieving their full potential? And what do I need to know so that I could serve? And then I proceeded to like be downloaded to and transmitted to the whole entire night, and I was so tired. And I am tired today, actually. I'm really tired, and I've had a massive headache for 2 days, which sometimes is also like signs of me receiving information. So I'm just trying to like embrace it and allow whatever needs to come through. But you know, one of the things that was like really, really clear to me when I woke up this morning is that we are afraid, as human beings, we are afraid of the unknown. And so limitations are safe. Our limitations keep us safe. Playing small is safe. And the truth is that I think that just most human beings don't fucking have courage. And they're so used to living in this little box that the courage that it would take to actually open their eyes and see what's happening all around them, it's like more than they can even comprehend doing, because they're so used to living in their small fucking protected, easy, so hard and so fucked up and so full of struggle that it's easy, right? Like the thought of actually attempting to achieve your full potential is scary and it's uncomfortable, and the immediate thought that comes is, what if I fail? And I think that it's, you know, that makes me so angry that as a species, we've gotten to the place where we won't attempt and we won't risk because we're afraid of failing. Like that makes me sick. It goes against everything I stand for, right? It's, you know, this is the true spirit of an entrepreneur, right? Is that we, you know, a lot of people say that they're entrepreneurs, but they do not have the true spirit of an entrepreneur. Because if you have a true spirit of an entrepreneur, you don't care if shit fails. In fact, you're like, all right, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do this thing and I'm going to get it out there as quickly as I possibly can. And I'm going to see how quickly it fails, because if it fails, I want to be on to the next thing. And this is why, like, when clients work with me and they have offers or they have things that like don't go so well, or they like put an offer out into the world and it's crickets or whatever, I'm like, so what? Like, you didn't have complete clarity. It obviously wasn't completely aligned. Go back to the drawing board. If you are a true entrepreneur and you have a true entrepreneur spirit, that shit's gonna happen. You're gonna fail more than you succeed. And it's the same is true of reaching your full human and divine potential. You're going to fail more than you succeed. You're gonna show, you know, I mean, it literally requires being out in the battlefield, getting bloody on a daily basis. And the truth of the matter is that the majority of humans are too fucking scared of that to even attempt it. To even attempt it once, right? Like, the thought of having to be out there beaten down and bloody is too much. They're too fucking scared. They would rather stay in their small little box and be controlled and be programmed and be told what to do and what to eat, and accept the poison that they're being fed through their food and their medication, and accept the global financial agenda and continue to just live as fucking slaves because it's easier, right? It doesn't require you stretch yourself outside of your fucking little teeny tiny fucking shoebox that you're being allowed to live in. You're scared. And you might be on this live stream being like, oh, she's shaming us. Yeah, I fucking am. Because sometimes it takes shame to fucking motivate people to move out of the thing that is debilitating and crippling them. Because the thing is that so many of you can't even see it because you're not willing to risk opening your eyes. It's like, if I open my eyes, will I be blinded by the light? Yes, you're going to fucking be blinded. But guess what? After that, you're going to be able to see. It's just like our whole lives. They've taught us that we can't look at the sun because the sun will blind us and the sun's so bad. It's a lie. Like, it's all a lie. Don't even get me started on that. So, you know, it really is my intention to shame you? No. Is my intention to wake you up? Yes. Is my intention to tell you that whatever the fucking excuses are that you're making right now, they're excuses. That's all they are. The limitations that you perceive keep you from doing any of the things that you say you want to do, they are limitations that are created by you. You are the one creating the limitations. You are the one ultimately creating the oppression. You are the one ultimately creating the repression. Because you are the one that is choosing to stay small and not take risks and not embrace your divine birthright on this planet. Yeah, I mean, and so it is my nature. I am a risk taker, right? And so does that mean it's easier for me? Yep, it is. Does it mean that you have an excuse not to do it? Nope, because it's just a fucking excuse, right? What I have found is the more I cultivate my relationship with my own divinity and the more I cultivate my relationship with the divine, God, source, universe, all that is, ultimate being of light, creator, universe, God, goddess, horned God, whatever the fuck it is that you are praying to or that you believe is universal oneness and consciousness, the more I cultivate my connection to the divine, to God, the more I am aware of and know my limitless potential. And it's what makes it easier for me to show up, even in the face of fear. It makes it easier for me to face the fear and show up and do the thing anyway. It makes it easier for me to go, okay, world, you got some kind of fucking right hook to throw at me? Got something that's going to attempt to knock me off my path? You want to serve me something that is going to be hard and difficult? I'm like, bring it on, because I know through that cultivation of my connection with my own divinity and my connection with the divine that there is nothing that I cannot handle. And I know that I am always protected and I am always guided and everything is always working out in my favor. I didn't always know that. I still took the risks anyway. But it has been through my cultivation to my connection to the divine and to my own divinity that I realize and recognize that life is limitless. And do I have self-imposed limitations? Of course I do. I can't fucking walk on water. I can't levitate yet. I can't teleport. I've been reverse aging, but I'm not reverse aging to the extent that I would like to. I will tell you that I have grown my hair like a motherfucker in the last few months, though. I cut off a whole bunch of my hair and then I was like, nope, I want my hair down to my butt. Look when I straightened my hair yesterday. It's so long. And it literally happened in like 2 months. It grew like this much. So that was a limitation that I was like, I'm no longer willing to accept that. I haven't lost all the weight that I wanted to lose yet. Limitation, self-imposed limitation, absolutely. Yeah, I have, this is not to say I have no limitations. I have no self-imposed limitations. I have tons. But it's about identifying them and cracking the code and demolishing them. One by one. You know, I do wealth repatterning. It's part of my divine mission work on this planet. It's not about the fucking money. I don't do it because of the money. It's just that money is the easiest entry point. It's the easiest access point to get you to wake up and to see what is happening all around you, to understand that you are being programmed in all areas of your life. right? Money's just the easiest access point. And it's important. It is important. It's very important. Ending financial slavery consciousness on this planet is very important. But the global financial agenda is not the only global agenda. It is not the only way that we are being kept in slavery. It is not the only way that we are being controlled. It's just the easiest way for me to get you to actually see it and start to wake up. It's just the easiest way for me to get you to see that this programming and this conditioning that creates limitations, like, you're allowing those limitations to stay in place. You're reinforcing them. You're creating them. You're allowing them to have control over you. Money's an interesting one, right? Because we'll sit there and say, I can't afford, I don't have the money, I can't afford. Every single person that has ever said that in the history of ever knows that there has been something that they wanted at some point, and they wanted it badly enough that they made it happen. So the excuse of, I don't have the money, I can't afford, is bullshit. Because when there's a fucking will, there's a way, right? You're choosing to accept self-imposed limitations if you're telling yourself that you can't afford something. It's just a fact. Like it, don't like it, it's just what is, right? And, you know, if this, my program Ouroboros, for example, this is all the shit that we talk about. You know, and it's like, I have so many people messaging me right now, like, I really want to do the program, but price wise, it's just out of my reach right now. And I'm trying to figure out how to make the payment. And, you know, and I'm like, great. When you figure it out, let me know. You know what I mean? Because ultimately, if repatterning your wealth consciousness was important enough to you, you would make it happen. Period. Like, that's just all there is. It has happened to me so many times where I've wanted to work with a coach or I've wanted to work with a mentor. And if I haven't been able to come up with the money, it's because I didn't want it bad enough. Because I have come up with fuck tons of money to pay mentors and coaches. Way more than I even thought possible. Way more than I even I've stretched myself beyond belief, right? And I've always made it happen when it was important to me. When I chose not to limit myself. So it's time as human beings to do better. It's time to do better. It's time to do better for ourselves. And it is certainly time to do better for the next generation, for our children. Like, it is time, do we want them growing up in the same fucking controlled, scared, small compartments that we grew up in? Or do we want them to be truly free? We want them to be truly free, not just economically, but energetically. Like, do we want them to have freedom? Do we want them to have choice? Do we want them to be free from limits? Do we want them to actually be able to achieve everything that they are grateful for? Or that they are, not that they're grateful for. Yes, that they will be grateful for. But do we want them to be able to achieve anything and everything that they have the ability to? So I've stretched myself signing up for previous round, and somehow the money always manifested itself. Of course it does. The money always manifests itself. There's always enough, right? And if you're in a place of there's never enough, it's because you are creating an energetic reality that there's never enough. As soon as you shift into an energetic reality of there's always just enough, there will always be just enough. And as soon as you shift in from there into an energetic reality of there's always more than enough, there's always more than enough. And then as soon as you shift into an energetic reality of there's always a surplus, then there's always a surplus. You are the one in control. You control it. It is not this fucking magical formula for wealth and abundance. It is you. It is you. It is your energetic alignment. It is you getting rid of your wealth patterning. It is you getting rid of the emotional conditioning that you have around money, wealth, receiving, deserving, and abundance, and prosperity. Worthiness and deserving being the two most important things there, which is those are the radical changes that I see in people that take part in my Ouroboros program. Ultimately, The biggest change is overall feelings of worthiness and deserving. Period. Right? And those two things are what create the enormous ripple effect. And then we're also cleaning up shit at the generational, like in ancestral level and generationally. And don't sleep on this stuff, you guys, because it is scientifically proven that we're carrying 7 generations of ancestral DNA memory. We are carrying 7 generations of financial slavery consciousness in our DNA. We are carrying energetic imprints and DNA patterning from periods of extreme recession, financial recession, from periods of depression, where our ancestors were literally hungry and starving and there wasn't enough, right? You're carrying that. If you have ancestral patterns of actual slavery, of being traded as currency, it's a whole other can of worms. If you have ancestral patterns of indentured servitude, again, being treated as currency, having to work to survive, literally, like, this shit is heavy. And you can do all the work and all the mindset work and all the, all the fluffy money programs you want. But if you aren't clearing out this ancestral baggage, those patterns are going to continue to show up and they're going to continue to repeat in your life until you handle that shit, which is why one of the biggest things we focus on in Ouroboros is maternal and paternal ancestral line clearing. And then we go in and I actually do one-on-one clears with everyone in the program, where we go in and we clear out from 8 branches of your family tree, 20 generations back. That is probably the most impactful part of the program, honestly, is the generational and ancestral line clearing. Because it's the stuff that you can't control. It's the stuff that you can't see. It's the stuff that's so insidious that it seeps into every single moment of your day and life, and you don't know it's there. It's like the quiet poison that's slowly killing you. And it doesn't matter if you don't know about your ancestors, right? Because you're still carrying that shit in your DNA. You don't need to know what it is to clear it. You don't need to know who they are to clear it, right? So, yeah, I wasn't as fired up as I thought I was going to be. Do you need to know about past generations? No, I think I just answered that. That was a delayed comment coming through, I'm pretty sure. So I think that's it. I think that's all I have to say. Ouroboros starts today. It starts in just a few hours. We have our welcome call. There's an epic payment plan available for Ouroboros, by the way. There's a 12-month payment plan available. So your excuses are even more bullshit and boring because this is absolutely accessible. There is the link. I've dropped you the link. Oh, wait. I dropped it on the watch party. Come on. Where's the live stream? There we go. So there you go. There's the link. Do the thing. Come join us 2 hours from now. Nope, 1 hour and 20 minutes from now. So I'm going to go journal and I don't know. Maybe ordering some breakfast. I kind of feel like pancakes, which I never feel like. I might let myself have them today. So, yep, I'm going to go journal. I'm going to go journal, and I'm going to prepare for my welcome call, and then I'm going to spend my day geeking out in my bed on human design. So, have an amazing rest of your day, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world as you're watching this live stream or you're watching the replay. Ouroboros doors are open till the 29th, so you can still do the damn thing. What else? That's it. Remember, it's your divine birthright to be wealthy in all areas of your life. That is why you are here, and you are worthy, and you are deserving of that. That's it. I love you guys.